Good morning, Lake Dayton family and friends. Today is Sunday, July 26th, and we continue in our reading of the book of Psalms. And today's reading is Psalm 76, 77, 78. It is the last week in July, and I'm just amazed on how time goes so fast. But today I had a question for you. If you read my writing today, I was just wondering how many people have trouble sleeping. And I've always had trouble sleeping. Mostly is I have a hard time going to sleep. And then once I go to sleep, I sometimes I have trouble getting up. But I try to, set a time where I follow a routine, where I read a book. I made it play soft music to kind of encourage my body to know it's time to go to sleep. But sometimes I just can't. And I've heard many stories of people that also struggle with that. And the problem is the next day, I still have activities to do, and I'm just worn out. But in today's reading, Psalm 77, the psalmist finds himself to a place feeling so miserable and talking about how he cannot sleep because of everything that is going around his circumstances and the things that he's distressed about. And right now we probably have a lot of things to be distressed about. And if we focus on those things, it would be very easy to to fall into not being able to sleep well because we lack peace. But it's not until the psalmist begins to remember and to focus on how God has been faithful that he then actually says on verse 13, he says, "But then I recall all you have done, O Lord. I remember your wonderful deeds of long ago. They are constantly in my thoughts. I cannot stop thinking about your mighty works." So somehow through this process, when the psalmist has began to think about God's mighty works, then they stay in his mind constantly. And that's one of the things I've tried when I cannot go to sleep, is I begin to write down the things that I am thankful for, or the things that God has done in my life or in the life of my loved ones that I have forgotten about. And I begin to recount those things, and undoubtedly sometimes I am filled with peace, and I am filled with just an ability to calm myself down, and I'm able to go to sleep. Sleep is so necessary. It's like eating and drinking and sleeping. And so when somebody is not able to sleep, we know that there is something wrong. And usually is because we are anxious about something, and we or our body is not doing what it's supposed to do. We have been created to naturally work and sleep, work and rest. And when those things are out of whack, then many things happen that disturbed us. So as you read that, you can see, as you read these Psalms, you can see the humanity of the writers when they talk about sleeping and not sleeping, or crying or being happy, and distress and being joyful. The Psalms just reveal the humanity of the people and how people cry out to God. So today, if you're not able to sleep, I encourage you to think of all the mighty works that God has done. If you don't have any trouble sleeping, then you are blessed, and I envy you in that. But regardless, it is a good plan sometimes to just recall the things that God has done. Even when we are going through COVID and the circumstances that are not right, to recount the good things and to not be thinking about things that God did 10 years ago. But today, what has been a good thing that God has done for you today? What has been a blessing that has come to you and you just didn't notice? What can you say of what is God doing in your life right now for which you are thankful? So recount the goodness of God, recount the good things of what He's doing. Have a great day. I'll see you in a couple days. God bless. Bye-bye.